Imagine you're a sniper on the roof, protecting and overwatching your comrades entering a village full of insurgents. They are going right into the lion's den, and you have to protect them from a distance. They can miss things, but you can't. So you have to stay put and keep your eyes locked on everything that moves. Suddenly, you discover two insurgents with Russian machine guns, preparing to massacre your comrades. They are on the hill, getting an ideal position for shooting. If not stopped, they would kill all your comrades brutally. What will you do? Well, you are a sniper, right? You can kill them from a distance while staying safe. Wrong, because there's a catch. Those two insurgents are out of our sniper's range. They are about 2,500 meters away, but your sniper has a range of only 1,500 meters. It's a moment where your nerves start to break. You are in a dilemma where you can only see through your sniper's scope as your comrade's getting killed. But is a game-changing move from that far out possible? Sure it is. We are talking about Craig Harrison, a British Army sniper who did what was impossible. Let's see how he executed the longest sniper hit ever recorded in a real battlefield, setting a new world record. In November 2009, Craig was deployed to Afghanistan along with his comrades. Terrorists, insurgents, and Taliban were residing there, hostile to all foreign soldiers in Afghanistan. Every day, those insurgents would attack the soldiers from morning to evening. Their first target would always be the snipers on strategic positions like roofs. They knew snipers would be protecting everyone, so they must be eliminated first. One day, the British soldiers, along with the Afghan soldiers, had to go to a village full of insurgents. They had to get that village cleared at all costs. They knew that going to the enemy's base means that any small mistake could be fatal, but still, the mission must be carried out. Therefore, it was planned that snipers would overwatch the soldiers entering the village. At that time, Craig Harrison was chosen as the main sniper in the mission. He set his sniper and lay down to do what was the most nerve-testing job. He was responsible for the commanding officer and all the soldiers' lives. The commanding officer knew that the village was a kill zone, a place where the enemy had strategic superiority. Your enemy could easily kill you because the area is open. Now, even if it seemed the battle was between the insurgents in the village and the soldiers going to take them out, the real battle was between the snipers. Craig was on the soldiers' side, but the insurgents also had a plan. Craig was overseeing the entire village through his sniper's scope. He was the man on which all pressure lay. Avoiding his eyes blinking, he had to cover a large area and kill any insurgents posing a threat to his comrades. And then, suddenly, Craig saw a flicker, something shiny in the distance. He decided to give this flicker some time because he felt something was wrong. On focusing, he found out that there was an insurgent carrying a radio. That flicker was the antenna of the radio. Now, Craig had to stay locked on that insurgent, but take care of his soldiers in the village as well. Therefore, he would move his sniper to see how the soldiers were doing and then return to the real target. But then, Craig decided the man with the radio was harmless, and he should protect the soldiers who were now getting out of the vehicles near the village. Craig had also locked some targets in the village, so he was promptly observing them as quickly as he could. But in all that, he didn't look back at the insurgent with the radio. He got a feeling that he should see what he was doing. So he looked and found out that there were now two insurgents with a PKM belt-fed Russian machine gun. They had already opened their fires. Instead of a confrontation with soldiers, the insurgents had strategized to put two men at a distance from the village. They would open machine guns on all the soldiers, and it would be an end. Craig had decoded their plan, and now all pressure was on him. But there was a catch. His sniper could only shoot insurgents in the village because they were in his range. However, the two insurgents with the machine gun were 2,475 meters away. His sniper had a range of only 1,500 meters. It was when Craig decided to execute a defying sniping shot, lobbing. Instead of firing a bullet directly at the insurgents, he would fire it parabolically. In other words, the bullet would be fired at an angle of 45 degrees. It would go up and then land on the insurgents. Yes, it was a complete gamble, but it was what Craig had the choice to do. So he did. It took Craig 9 shots to finally take those two insurgents. Since he was using a bracketing technique, he had to try repeatedly. In bracketing, a sniper has to shoot in experiments to see where the bullet lands. The next shot must be executed using the experience from the earlier shot. Little by little, your bullets start to land nearer and nearer the target. Craig did the same, and finally, his bullet landed near the insurgent. Now, he had gotten what he needed, so he fired again. This time, the bullet landed right on the insurgent's chest, and he fell backward. Only a single insurgent was left now. Craig fired 2 bullets at the same time, and both were in the air for a moment. The first one missed, but the second one hit the insurgent on the side. Craig didn't know then that he had broken the world record for firing the longest sniper shot. He came to know on his medal parade that he had shot the insurgent standing 2,475 meters away. He saved 12 of his comrades on that day, showing what a sniper can do under some nerve-wracking times. Being a sniper isn't only aiming and pulling the trigger. It's more of a delicate job where the lives of your comrades depend on you. Everything stops when you look through the sniper's scope, and if a shot is missed, a battle is lost, and your comrades die.